Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Minecraft. So we are back, and we've done a lot of work since the last episode. I want to show you a few things that we've been doing about that, and we'll get on that. We're going to do some just regular random tasks as well. I just picked up my reed. It's doing well. Our trees on the top here are doing well too. They're still, grabbing as much wood as we need. I don't think we've had any issues with wood gathering at this point. And, oh, damn. Well, it's probably actually overflowing right now, so that'll be interesting. But either way, it's been working out really well. We'll just run away now. Over here, our plants and everything are going good. We have our farm here. I found that the farmer block we got before, I forget which one we picked, but it was plants. We got a plant gatherer, I believe. And I was wrong about that. It's called a plant interruptor, which I don't have fuel for right now, so I should really go and grab some right now for this to show you it. But either way, the difference between the other one and this one is I guess the gatherer is more for regular, normal plant-based stuff, where the interactor seems to be more for the special kind of plants, maybe? I don't know how true that is, but it does seem sort of how it is going, so I'm just going to say that's what I believe it is anyways. There you go. Might as well get that going there. Oh, wait, we need some charcoal for ourselves. So yeah, you can see the logs are fine, that is fine, those are full, and yeah, just those are full. Okay, the berry ones. It's not a big deal. But I probably should do something so it's not wasting it. Maybe I'll do some void storage in the future here. Do like a priority 2 or something on those ones, but give it 1 on the thing, but we'll look at that in a few. So we're going to throw this in here, and the dust shouldn't be really in here. They go in here. So, yeah, anyways, it's a bit overkill, probably, but, it's fun. It works. And gives us lots of EXP. The cool thing about this, it's a multi-structural thing, so if we check here, 4,000, yeah, so it kind of cut off after a few hours after I went to bed. Yeah, it's a multi-structural block, so it goes way up in the air. If you click here, you can see how high it actually goes. Right here, show working area. So it works really well for that. It'll take a while to heat. We won't see it right away, but trust me, it works very well. And yeah. And then you got your boiler, your steam engine, and of course the converter there. And yeah, it does its thing, and I pick up the, so what I do is I take the creosote, or crescent hammer, or whatever it's called, crescent hammer I think it's called, and I pick it up, and then I take it into our new little enchanting area. So we were using this as a magic room, and then it turned into a sort of an enchanting room, and now it's kind of turned into a luxury enchanting room. So this is our regular enchanting setup that goes up to 30. I realize you don't need that if you're doing anyways enchants, because this goes kind of down and up. It's, I guess, really low enchants that's still good, but I'll give you a tour on how that all works. But first what I do is I bring in our cache. So this is our secondary one. This one has 28,000 of them, so it's going to be here for a while. And then we have a basic centrifuge here. And it does this thing. It's pretty simple, nothing too special. It's centrifuging what it needs, and works really well. And behind there, I might as well show you what's behind here. You got a steam turbine. It's just basically steam turbine, and then all your pipes running along under here. So nothing too crazy. So let's was that one in this part? Right here, I guess, yeah. And then boom, boom, boom. There you go. And so, yeah, so all the pipes go to these tanks, which these portable tanks hold quite a bit. 2,400, 2,400. They're supposed to be higher than that. Aren't they supposed to be higher? Oh, they reset when I place them down. I did not realize that was a thing. Okay, so you can enchant these higher, but it looks like it resets them once you place them on the ground in the world, I think. Okay, that's too bad. So you can enchant these higher than they're supposed to, but they don't seem to work, and I'll show you more about that in a minute. But anyways, I have the Void Anvil hooked up in here as well. So the Void Anvil has its own steam setup actually. So it's right here, and then there's a wire in between the two right here. So just a little compact. That way, you know, it's hidden here, and I didn't have to. I kept having to walk everywhere, basically. So it was like, oh, I need to use the anvil, and I had to go over in that corner over and over, right? So that was a little painful. So I was like, I think it's time that we make it a little easier on us. So I brought the anvil right here, and it works really well. And yeah, so basically you stand here, and you get lots of EXP. They're not even. I'm sure there's better even systems you can do, but it is what it is, right? And, yeah. I'll show you what some of the enchants are like once you get to 60. And anyways, before we continue here, then, somebody was nice to tell me about quick draw on a bow in your offhand. So this, you can't fire this, right? There's no way to fire it right now. You want the infinite arrow one. I think this one, if you put it here, it would suck, right? Yeah, I mean, maybe you can spam it yourself, but you want quick draw without infinite arrow. And that's my new bow. I'll talk about that in a minute. But anyways, yeah, you want the quick draw without any kind of infinite as an offhand. And just something useful. And what you can do here is we can eat the lotus blossoms here. So watch how fast it eats now. How awesome is that? And if you take the quick draw, just to give you an idea. And then back on. Yeah, so then you can combine these two. Kind of a extra oomph for enchanting and stuff. A little fun thing anyways, so... this is, you know, for now. Later on, there's the Ender IO. There's XP Obelisk, I believe it's called. And I think there's other methods of putting EXP in a book somewhere and etc. But this is my fun way of doing it for now. And, you know, just good enough to get me some basic enchants when I need them. And it works like the other enchanting as well. So when you enchant, you don't actually need like 6 lapis or anything for, say, a 60 enchant. I thought it would go up in a way like that. Instead, it's still 3 lapis. It's just enhanced by the magical wood, which, if we talk about the magic wood here in a sec, there you go. So the magic wood itself is very easy to make. It is just a bookshelf and a piece of gold and 4 EXP. So keep your EXP at 4. If you have 6 EXP, you're going to lose literally 4 levels. Kind of a waste of XP if you ask me. And then I have, you know, we got a lot of the lapis from the dungeons and stuff, so I literally come down here and I grab it from my forge hammer. I have a stack in there. I just, you know, come back and forth. Let's repair our pick here and let's put an enchant on it for fun. See if there's anything interesting. Some of the enchants are cool, but I don't want to... Some of them you don't want, right? Because I don't want that one that crushes the ore, unfortunately, because it makes it a mess. We'll see what we get here. I don't think this has any enchants in it. I guess we'll find out in a second. Apparently there's an enchant on this one. I might not be able to remove this one. I thought it was already removed, but... Oh, no, never mind. There you go. So right off the bat, this is a horrible one. You don't want that. So this is when you're supposed to get a book out. Can I enchant this? No, you can't enchant that. I think you can anvil it, though. These are all my enchant books so far. A lot of books. Let's see here. Do we have any books here? Oops. Apparently I have bookshelves. Apparently I have books. Oh, 64 of them. That's sexy. So if I don't find an enchant I want, I'll just throw a book in here, right? And then I'll just throw this in here. And they're like, okay, temptation, whatever. You might get something like Unbreaking 5, 6, 7, 8. Is that 5, 6, 7, 8? Yeah, so that's Unbreaking 8. That's pretty damn decent. So yeah, you can't say no to that. So one thing you can do too is you can enchant like this, of course, but you can't enchant this with this pick. I noticed this pick cannot use the anvil, but it can use everything. It can be enchanted through that, so it's a bit weird, but keep that in mind. Okay, so let's try this again. We don't want any weird-ass stuff popping up right away, so smashing. No thanks, so once again we put the book in here. The last thing I want is smashing. Oh, look at that, it's looting 5. So that's handy if you need it. One thing I can't figure out is I can't get looting on a bow. I thought you could, but I don't get that. I don't know if it's that steel bow or... Here's another bow. Let's check this one out. Can you get looting on it? No. What about a vanilla bow? I'm not going to do one if I don't have one just sitting here full. Nah. Let's try one of these. They're empty. I mean, if they're not working on 2 different bows, then screw it. I'm assuming looting can't be put on a bow, but that makes me more confused than ever. Yeah, what the hell? Now I'm confused. Let's try. Why did I keep that one up there? Oh, True Infinity. That was originally when I got True Infinity, and I thought, oh, that's an amazing enchant, and I hope I get it someday. And I'll explain that enchant in a few. Power 2 on Breaking 1. Yeah, we'll just remove the enchant on that and try that. You know, when you're so lazy to make one, it's just easier to remove the enchant. So, let's see. Can you get anything like that? Yeah, I don't get that, so... Yeah, I guess bows can't hold looting enchant? I'm gonna Google that quickly. This is a research project. Okay. Looting enchant on bows. Can you add looting to a bow? Oh. So apparently, you can use a looting trick. If you hold a bow in your offhand and your looting sword in your main hand, when you kill gas, the looting effect on the sword will apply. The old trick before dual wielding was to shoot and switch to the sword before the arrow hit. Ah, is that really a thing? Huh, that is cool. So yeah, keeping it in an offhand, like using it actually here for once might be actually a good thing. So say this is my weapon. Boom. Oh, this has a right-click effect on that weapon. We'll pretend the pick is, you know. Okay, that's really cool. Anyways, let's switch back to this so we're not doing that. And, yeah, back to XP. This is literally going to be like the Enchanting episode. There you go. Okay, so, for fun, oh, there we go. I want to see if this will work. I don't want the other enchant, so if we get it, it's garbage. Look at Unbreaking, Soulbound. There you go. So, I really don't know if the Unbreaking works on this. I have to admit, I don't know. I can't even tell you even a percent if it works or not. Oh yeah, it works on food, by the way, if you have that offhand bow. So that offhand bow is actually very useful for combat, even if you have nothing in it. For example, if you don't use it as a weapon. For example, if you're out, killing some, dudes, and you need to heal, right? You can now heal up really fast. So you watch this. Look how fast you can eat that bandage. That's pretty incredible speed. So, yeah, pretty useful in many ways, that quick charge. So we're going to check this out. So this has... Yeah, I don't think it works. 3, 2, 1, 0. Yeah, it doesn't work. So the Soulbound would work. It doesn't seem like some of the other enchants do work. I know the one enchant before, the whatever it was, not bounding. What was it, the one I skipped there a minute ago? That one I know works on there, but yeah, unfortunately. Okay, so let's talk about my enchants on myself, like what I'm doing here, what I'm rocking. So over time, I found diamond armor. We made ourselves a set of thumb armor. And the thumb armor was actually pretty good. I mean, if you look at the thumb craft armor here, it was 2, 6, 1, 5, 1, and 2, 2, 1. There's an upgraded version of this armor, which is I think it's this fortress stuff, I believe. Yeah, 7-3. So even better than mine. But wait, that's not a helm, though. Yes. Oh, that's the chest. Sorry. Yeah, so it's slightly worse and slightly better than mine. You got armor and toughness. I forget, like, which one you'd weigh on. But, anyways, the diamond armor you can't make in this pack, but you can get them in the dungeons. So, of course, over time, I looted dungeons, and voila. We got this armor. So I'll tell you how I set up this armor, basically. So this armor, I pretty much enchanted a bunch of times till I got Unbreaking, like a decent Unbreaking. Then what I did was... so is this Unbreaking 11? I don't even know, to be honest. No, I don't think so. See, I'm not good... let's see. IX equals number. Let's see what it says when I do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so that's 9. So that's Unbreaking 9 on there. And all of them have Unbreaking 9. So basically when I did that enchant with the Anvil at the level 60, and with the power, with the magic books, and that's the max you can go till you use like some sort of hell-infused magic books. Or sorry, bookshelves. For the enchanting. But anyways, what I did after that was I took books with the Unbreaking, and so I also got books with Unbreaking 8 on them, and then I put the diamond armor into the Anvil, and I was actually able to upgrade that again. So if I got multiple 8s again, combine them in the Anvil and get 9 and put them on these armors, I can get it up to 10. So that's pretty cool. So that's how I did the Unbreaking. Now, the protection, I don't think I've touched the protection. They all have protection, though, on it. 6, which is pretty good. And then I added little things that I might have gotten over time, like Depth Strider 5, for example. I've tried to increase Depth Strider 5. I haven't been able to. Feather Falling 4, I think I've only gotten that the one time, so I've never gotten that a second time. The Rebound, I believe, was the thing when mobs hit you, they kind of get like knocked around or some crap like that. It's a bit annoying, but I guess it helps anyways. Icy Thorns, I didn't even realize I had that on me. I should probably just upgrade that for fun. Basically slows down enemies when they hit you, so... There you go. I shouldn't be taking... I still hear the damage, but I shouldn't be taking damage anymore. Yeah, you still hear it, but the Feather Falling should be helping. I just don't like how you can hear the darn sound of crushing your feet when you fall. The Diamond Helmet is my favorite so far. Does not have all the cool breathing stuff on it, unfortunately. Gonna have to try to get that on there eventually. But what makes this nice is the night vision. So we look out in the... Well, it's daytime in here. But trust me, it works really well. Should you lose night vision right away? No. I was going to say, I guess you wouldn't even notice anything. If we go out in the lake, you'll notice, of course, the night vision working. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and then there you go. Lake will get dark. I like how it faded that way. That was actually really cool. But anyways, yeah, so you can get night vision. I believe people were saying you can't get it till level 60 or so for enchanting. But, yeah. Oh, and then there's the bow, of course. And I want to show you something here as well. Okay, this is going to be important for our test here. So let's put this away for now, this arrow. And so this is, let's get it here. This is our bow right here. Did I just move it around? There you go. And our bow shoots like a bow, but it shoots fire. And it has a few awesome abilities on it. So you can see it's Power IX, Punching IV, Unbreaking X, which is Unbreaking 10. It still breaks, of course, but this is not like Tinker. Some people think, oh, because it's Unbreaking X, it means it won't break. No. The way the math value works, it might be like 95%, less chance of breaking or something silly like that. Multi-shot 3. So how multi-shot works is each multi-shot level adds a second arrow. So because you have your default shot, the regular shot, and then multi-shot 3 on there, you get 4 arrows at once. So if you check, it's hard to see, but there should be, yeah, you can see it briefly there. There was 4 arrows at once. And this soul bound, so if we lose it, we get it back, which is awesome. A bow like this, you want it back in your hand. True Infinity is awesome. I'll talk to that in a second. The quick draw, so I think you get how awesome the quick draw is. Flame 4. And infinity means we can, infinitely use it without arrows. And we can see we must have a mod on here. One of the mods make it so you don't even need an arrow in your inventory. Now, True Infinity makes this actually a very, very beautiful function. People won't realize this if they don't know what it is, but basically you have an arrow like this one in our inventory, and this one is a metallic fletching, enables the arrow to soar like a bird. So, what happens when we use it now? It's gone. It's not arching at all. Even if you try to use it very little, like look at that. It will slow down and then drop, but look at. I think it's still going out of range, but it will drop. There you go. See if this one will work. We'll chase it down. There you go. They will start to arch down and then fall, but they pretty much get quite far before they there they go. So that ability basically lets it shoot out, and boom. Amazing. It's great for, well, basically it's like a sniper weapon now. You can just go, boom, 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 doo-doo. It's awesome. It works really well because you know what you're going to hit, like, oh, I want to hit that tree. Well, guess what? I'm going to actually hit that tree right on now. So if we go over here, that tree will have been shot multiple times. There you go. So really awesome ability. And these arrows were really easy to make. I don't know if I killed and looted this bird or if I had this feather. I don't know if I had this feather from killing something or if I got the arrow in a chest, honestly. I can't remember that, but the recipe shouldn't be hard as long as you've killed that thingy. And I fell down here like a noob. Okay, so moving on. Our sword. Our sword is we've been using this for a while. I don't know if you knew about it or not, or if you talked about it, but it's called Sword of the Invasion and Evasion. And it basically, its function on its own is that it has a right-click function. It's an ender pearl. But what makes it cool is that basically it puts this ender aura on it. So what this ender aura means is it doesn't do the fall damage when you get teleported to your area. So basically, if I were to throw an ender pearl during that time as well, again, I wouldn't get the fall damage. And basically, it just lets you, teleport around with ease. And so I don't use it personally. Like, I don't go like this when I'm, exploring the world. That would drive me insane. I would go crazy and blinded. But it gets you in, like a sticky situation. Like, let's say in a ravine or something, or if you fell somewhere, you could use it to get out of an area. So it does have its use there, to be honest. But, yeah, a decent little sword. Of course, I enhanced this sword because this sword by default had 10 attack on it. So I thought that was kind of decent, right? You don't get that much on a lot of the weapons we have. So right now it has smite on it, knockback, leeching, looting 5, which is awesome. Venom 5 and Reaper 5. I think Venom is poison, which does a lot of poison damage. Leeching gives you hearts back when they die. And Reaper, I think something related to souls, related with... So you can see it doesn't even kill them in one shot, even something like that. Like, it's not the most powerful weapon out there. But, yeah, I think the Reaper is something related to Draconian and Draconic Evolution, and it's something about their mob spawners or something in that sense. So yeah, anyways, playing with that and having fun. But yeah, so that's basically my weapons build here. Those spirits. So how we were. I don't know if you and I, or you guys and I, saw this, but when we were in the Nether. And it happens in the overworld, it's rare, but when we were killing creatures, sometimes spirits would fall out of them, and there were these little blue guys, and I didn't know how to kill them. Well, I learned that if you use, like, say, a splash potion of instant damage or something like that, you can actually kill them. Well, apparently there's also a sword you can make. Usually the sword you can get with the spectral. So these guys you kill, over time you get like ectoplasma and stuff, and you can make these ingots. Well, you can actually find this sword in a dungeon chest, which I did. So I have not yet killed one, but when I do kill one, I'm going to start killing them with this sword. And then over time, we're going to be able to actually build up and be able to build like trees and things like that, and actually do something with it. So that'll be kind of cool anyways, to play around with that and see how that goes. Let's go ahead and dump all this in here. Thank you. My time in a bottle is doing well, 20 hours, and I use it here and there, which is awesome. It gets its use out, and I like it for that. And I've been working on just making mass amount of circuits, maybe in too high of numbers here, whereas the chest. So yeah, so wooden plank stuff. I was making these circuits because I found out you need to start with a good electronic circuit before you can move to the next circuit anyways, because the next circuit, let's do like an MV assembler, for example. So if you use the integrated circuit, I didn't realize this right away, but the usage on it is 1 amp, 60 U a tick, so it's an MV machine. But to make an MV machine, you need to have, I'll be damned. Oh no, that was the LV version, sorry. You have to click the MV version, so there you go. To make the MV version, of course, you're going to need the circuit, but of course the circuit 60, 60, 60. Oh no, this one's 2400, if you can believe that. 60, 2400, 60. So the way to make it is actually to have a lot of oomph for it. So I was like, okay, so what do I do here? And then basically our only option was this one here, it seems. So you make the diode, which was some just dye. I'm going to have to figure out gallium. I've gotten gallium before, so I'm going to have to figure out how to get more gallium. Oh, bauxite. Okay, you get a tiny pile of it through bauxite. So I'm going to work on bauxite, definitely. Usage 24 second. Yeah, so that's easy, actually. So yeah, I'll work on the bauxite on that one, and I'll get some gallium, and then I'll make some of those off camera. But the idea is now I can make a bunch of chips, and I decided to go a little crazy. I might have made too many resistors, but I learned that resistors are used forever. They're used for like well, maybe not every chip out there, but they're used for at least LV and MV quite a bit. So I'm just going to make a crap ton of LV chips, and then we can convert some of them into the MV chips, and then we can go from there. And I think I'm going to look into some oil process. It'll be one of our first MV setups where we're going to play around and see if we can get some oil processed into polyethylene. And then we can make polyethylene with that, which is used in, I believe, some of the making of the other circuits eventually, but as well as other things. So you flip around here. Do you use polyethylene? I think there is polyethylene used somewhere. Oh yeah, polyethylene sheets, for example, are used for this. So yeah, I knew we were going to use them somewhere. But so yeah, I'm finally getting a little use out of the assembler anyway. So thank you guys and girls so much for watching. I hope you enjoy this. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and we'll see you wonderful people next time. Have a wonderful day. Goodbye.